Good morning, lovely people. So it's Suze Crystal Wolf from Crowfire Talk. So I thought I'd come on this morning and do a reading for the week. Other than that, I've got sun pouring in, which is absolutely glorious, making all the crystals shine lovely. But it's causing shadow and stuff, so you'll have to bear with me how we go. So let's light our incense. I know it's off camera. Oh, can't even get there we go. Light that for us. Right, sets us in the mood. So I'm going to use this time, I'm going to use Sacred Path and Medicine cards again. So they're going to be our basic staple. Let me find my personal rune out of the rune bag, using the same runes again. So look what mine is. Get him out. There he is. Pop that there. Stick that there. That's lovely. Put the runes back. I think what we're going to do this week is first will be a thing that we need to release this week, need to let go of, need to reevaluate, think. So that'll be our first card, and then our second card will be what we need to focus on for the week, and then our last card will be what we can take forward, what we can embrace and take forward. So we'll have three, but we'll use excuse me, incense has made me sneeze. It is coming in my direction. Right, okay, so we're going to use, oh god, the sun, look at that. We're going to use the Mystical Journey Oracle, which is a new set to me, so I don't know how they're going to be. And we're going to use Alana Fairchild's Crystal Mandala Oracle. I normally like to read the book with these, but obviously we won't have time for that, so I'll just do it as I would do it. And then absolutely mostly important are runes. So let's just do some shuffling. I didn't do it before I came on. I was going to, oh, cards fell out, so we got Shawl, Returning Home. That's so I think that's directly for me, because I'm looking at all the my new practices coming up, and I've got a very long oh god, another one's fell out now. Powwow, sharing and quickening. I'm sharing and quickening now with you. What I what's the word? What I'll be studying for the foreseeable future. I've got a lot going on that I'm just about to start, so I really feel that bottom card is the one though, so I'm gonna go with it. So this is what we want to release, let go of, maybe reevaluate, or look at, cleanse out of our lives, or whatever. It, as we I've put the bloody cards away. I knew this was going to happen. I'm not quite awake this morning. So that would be then our focus card, and then our embrace, move into the future, take with us. Oh dear God, this should be an interesting reading. Maybe I won't even pull it up. We'll see how it goes. The sun's not helping because everything is just in shadow, and oh, everything's falling out now. Right, I think that'll do our shuffling. Split it in 3. Do you know what? That bottom card again. This time I'm going to take the other cards out though. There we go. Pop them in the bag. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle of the other 2 sets before we get going. Oh, another. God, they're falling out all over the place. So I hope everyone's fine. I struggled with the energies this week, and I'm still struggling, if I'm honest. That's why I wasn't even going to do a reading, because I'm not sure it's going to actually be really good, because I'm struggling to speak. Yeah, really powerful, potent energies. And today, well, from yesterday, last night, we had a void of course started, and it doesn't finish till 6:30 tonight, so it's 19 odd hour void of course. So interesting energies there, and we've got so many planets retrograde and doing some stuff. I think we got solar activity, and oh my goodness, it's all going on. And us sensitives, well, we feel it. So yeah, I'm just going to leave them to the side. Put that back in the box. And now I'm going to shuffle these. Now, I've not ever used these. I was going to do a flip through of these on the channel, which I will probably do. I actually can't even open the box, so that's funny. These are just, you know, oracle cards. So I think, yeah, they have a one-word message type of thing on them. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, I've not ever used these. I'm going to take them randomly out the deck, because I think this is the first shuffle. I don't know whether you can see, but the light is catching the iridescent. No, you can't see it on there. Look at that, that rainbow. Quite lovely to sit in the sun and do it then. So we're going to have, that is going to be our first card. That will be our second card. And that one is definitely our third card. So I'm going to put the rest back in the box. Right, so there we go. Let's blow the runes. Get them ready. Okie dokie, off we go. So let's put that to the side. So this was our releasing. Oh, so we need to be releasing healing. So do we need to be releasing healing into the world? Do we need to be cleansing and releasing ourselves? So to heal is the stuff that you need to look at to heal and release and move on. So it's definitely quite a potent energy. So it'll be a week where you need to really look at stuff, you know, what are you healing? What can, you know, are you holding on to the story of it? You know, do you need to release the story so you can heal? Is it emotional healing? Is it physical healing? Is it spiritual healing? Is it mental healing? You know, is it thoughts and feelings that, you know, if you let go of, you know, can you then release yourself from, say, negative thinking? So let's look at oh, what a powerful, oh, that is so powerful. So snake is about transmutation. You know, it's like releasing those layers. It's like the onion, you know, just let go of layers of stuff. So I think it's I think there's a bit there definitely about the story. You know, are you holding on and not healing yourself because you keep connecting in with the story of something. You know, that person hurt me, it was that person, and then you're fixated on that person. Maybe you're fixated on you know, some people want revenge and stuff like so that it's so poisonous to our beings to be in that energy. So yeah, it's a very, very powerful powerful set of cards so far. So I'm going to add the other cards so we can self-realization. Yeah, so this is really powerful. This is deep shadow work here. And the sun's gone now. Now we've had the shadows, the sun. How cool is that? So we've now gone into shadow, but we have. So this is like really looking into stories that you're holding that are not helping you heal. You know, you need to be the snake, you need to shed this skin, you need to be better than the story. You don't need to hold on to stuff. You can let it go. You can release yourself from the bondage of it, and then, you know, the healing can totally take place. Yeah, we've got Archangel Metatron and Clear Quartz power. You know, the power's within all of us. Clear Quartz is about clarity. So it's really, let's take a look. Let's dive deep. Let's go into those shadow parts, and let's ask those really scary questions. You know, why am I holding on to this? Why can't I let go? Why can't I, you know, move forward? Well, you can. You're holding the key. That's the thing. You have the key to do this. So yeah, so this is a time to start really looking into some aspects so that you can heal and move forward. So very powerful energies going on here. So let's take our rune. Oh my goodness, it could be any rune with that, couldn't it? Because all runes hold the keys to all sorts of healing. And they're fabulous for healing. What rune do we want? Oh, that one. Oh my goodness, perfect. We've got Northeast. So look, you know, what do you need? Do you need to be carrying this heavy load of crap, these stories that you're perpetrating in your mind? There's a lot of mental energy going on here. So release it, you know, take what you need. And what do you need from something like that? You need the lesson. You've learnt the lesson. So forget the rest. I know it's difficult sometimes to release yourself from those sorts of things, but this is the time, this is the week to do it. So sit down, maybe do some journaling, look at some stuff, and you know, you really don't need to carry on holding some stuff. So let's let go, let's release it, let's cleanse it. And then let's move to our focus rune. So this is really the rune. This is really the place that you want to focus on. So although you need to focus on that to do it, you that needs to be something that you do, but this needs to be more that this focus so you can move forward with a newness. Yeah, so we've got inner child. So maybe some of this is inner child work. So maybe it's stuff from your childhood that you want to release. Oftentimes these are patterns that come from your childhood. So, you know, you've got a problem with someone or something, but when you delve, when you journal, when you go deep, when you look into it, oftentimes it's something small that happened in your childhood that then forms this pattern that then carries on throughout life. And then, and because we manifest, we're manifesting that mirror coming back and back and back for us to look until we release it, until we look. So you want to focus on, you know, more of the sort of stuff that brought you joy in childhood that you can move forward with, that, you know, connecting in with that innocence where you didn't think people were all bad and stuff, and, you know, it was lighter, it was more joyful, it was more adventurous. It's the Fool card. It's like jumping off the cliff, no worries, you know, you're not carrying tons of baggage, you just got a little bit to move forward with. So yeah, so it's focus on joy, focus on childhood, joyous things. And we got Badger, which is about healing, because Badger eats all the roots and things, roots of, you know, plants that give us healing and stuff. But Badger is also about aggression. And so it's not about focusing on being aggressive. It's focusing on looking at your ways of aggression. You know, are you aggressive because you're trying to protect yourself? Or are, you know, aggression is good if it's used in the correct manner. It's finding forms of, you know, that type of energy when you need to have an aggressive type of energy, where it's maybe you need to assert yourself and be powerful and all of that sort of thing. But, you know, it doesn't have to be at the detriment to someone else. But it's still, for me, we're still connecting in with the healing energies with that. And I think it's more on the healing side. You know, be aggressive with your healing. You know, be aggressive with looking at ways to make yourself grow and feel happier and have a more contented way of being. So we've got eternal self. So we're really looking deep with all of this. It seems that this week's energies are about really going deep. It's not an airy fairy reading. It's not an airy fairy time. It's about, you know, digging down to the roots of the matter. It's about digging down into the earth, getting to the core of things. Let's get to the core. Let's release some stuff. Let's focus on being our best wonderful selves. Let's focus on being the ancestor that we want to, you know, be remembered for. You know, we don't want to be petty, we don't want to be aggressive and hurt other people. We want to stand our ground when we need to, and we want to be powerful beings, but we need to be doing it in the right and correct manner. So we've got Angel Kelliel and Polychrome Jasper, Sacred Play. Let's start playing again. Let's you know, release ourselves and find the freedom, find the joy and the playfulness. You know, jump in puddles and sing and dance and, you know, move around your room in a playful, joyful manner. You know, get out a colouring book and just colour in and use all the colours, and, you know, do a bright blue giraffe. Let's not worry about what others think. Let's not worry about what we think is correct. Let's just go with the child. Let's be the child. Let's let our imagination soar. Let us move forward with that. So it's very, very, very connected. And what rune would really help us do all that and connect with all that and be, oh no, what rune? Oh, that one. Oh God, we got Thurazaz. Bless it, Thurazaz. What can we say about that with those? I think it's saying, like, well, actually, do you know what? I think it's taken me to something else. On I don't know what day it was. I went out with the hubby and we pulled into a weird little lay-by, and there was a path that led into this very wild, wildernessy sort of thing. And and so we went for a little walk, and then there was tons and tons of wild brambles and nettles and all sorts of things, all sort of up the side of this path, but there were ways through in little spaces, and there was a big woodland, and as you walked along the path, the woodland got closer to you. As you got to the top of the path, there was loads of paths off, just in every direction. But you could walk through the woodland, because I was quite upset that I couldn't get to the woodland because of all this undergrowth and all this stuff. And so we started walking through the woodland back towards where we'd parked the car. But I mean, I'm really struggling all week. I've really struggled with the energies. And I was at the end of how far I could walk. And I said, if we have to walk back through the woodland, back to the path, and then back to the car, I'm going to die. And he said, no, I think we can get through. And I was like, yeah, but if we can't get through, I've then got to walk all the way back, and I don't think I can do it. There was nowhere to sit, so I couldn't like sit for, half an hour and restore a bit. And I mean, although the trees are my thing to restore, I was struggling. And we'd seen this really dead tree as we were walking. It was magnificent. And unfortunately, I didn't take a photograph of it. But it was beautiful. Although it was dead, it was absolutely stunning. And he walked down towards it, and he said, oh, there must be a path because there's a swing on the tree. So people have, and there was like a little tiny sort of path bit. I wouldn't have totally called it a path, but anyway, and there were brambles and stinging nettles either side, and I had on like denim cut-off shorts and sandals, so I was going to get stung and just ripped to shreds by the brambles, by the Thurisaz. And I said to Thurisaz, I said, oh, Thurisaz, please, I don't want to be pricked, and please. But I went with the hubby. So he told me we could get through. He told me we could do it. And you know what? I just did this big breath. And I just thought, oh, for goodness sake, as a child, I ran through the woods. I didn't care if I got stung. I mean, yeah, afterwards, once you get stung, you have a good cry and go, oh my God, the stinging nettles stung me. But I wasn't so cautious, so timid, so scared of walking. I mean, hubby did push all the brambles to one side, and he got all the stinging nettles to one side, but we were laughing, and it was so freeing. I think fear is the most terrifying thing. It's not what the thing you're frightened of is, the actual fear itself. It just freezes you and stops you. And so what if I'd have got stung? Oh, it would have hurt. It would have hurt. Stinging nettles hurt. Brambles, they rip your skin, they hurt. But really, unless you suddenly got an infection or something, which obviously you could, but it was ridiculous. I just let it go. I just breathed into the earth, and I just laughed, and it was just brilliant. So I think Thurisaz is like saying, we put up boundaries that imprison us. They're not boundaries to keep us safe. They're imprisoned boundaries. We imprison our heart. We imprison our poor inner child. There's no doubt most of us have childhood experiences that weren't pleasant. But instead of like working on that, we imprison them because we're terrified that they're going to get hurt again. So we imprison. I spend normally the end of summer, the late summer, like August, September, terrified of wasps. I hate wasps with a passion. And just because I've been stung, and they weren't pleasant. They, you know, I had to go to hospital with one sting, but you know, it's ridiculous not doing anything or being scared to go out, or, you know, imprisoning myself because of a fear of being stung again. You know, you're more likely to get stung again if you're constantly thinking about being stung. As soon as I let go, and I asked the Razaz, I said, please don't let me, I mean, I was more, if I'm honest, I was more afraid of the stinging nettles than I was the brambles. But I still asked the Razaz. I said, like, let me, you know, and 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 I think his energy was like, yeah, just let go, don't worry. And I didn't get stung, I didn't get caught on any brambles. We had a laugh, and it was just beautiful. And I think it was, you know, I let my inner child come out, the child that wasn't terrified of getting stung by stinging nettles, and, you know, and all of that. And it just worked. So I think that's what Thurisaz is trying to say. Boundaries are healthy, wonderful. They're just perfect, but make sure they're not imprisoning you. Make sure they're just giving you protection. You want protection, of course we want protection, but don't imprison yourself. And I think that's what it's saying. So focus on that. Don't imprison by fears and stuff, and, you know, and let the inner child play. You know, let yourself be freer. You know, so sometimes we don't want to look silly, and we don't, you know, we don't want to, oh, you know, adults don't do that. It's quite sad, really. I think we've imprisoned ourselves so much. And I think sometimes that's some good bits about social media, is a lot of people do silly things that they wouldn't normally do, and they do it in public, and then other people do it because they've seen others. So in some ways, I think sometimes social media can free us a little bit, in some good aspects. So now we're moving on to what we want to take forward, what we want to move forward. We want to move forward with this. And we even want to move forward with this because we want to be working on this as we're moving through. It's a right old week. Yeah, perfect. We just want to advance. We just want to, we want to go forward. We want to wear that war bonnet. We want to, you know, just be the warrior in our power, full of that energy, full of that enthusiasm, and whatever we've built up over the week. So let's carry on and move forward with wisdom. We've got salmon. That's pure wisdom. You know, salmon is just the fish that you know, spends its life out at sea, moves back up that river. It just follows instincts. This is it. We want to get more in touch with our instincts. That feels horrible to me, so I don't want to do it. That feels absolutely wonderful. I love it. It makes me feel free. It brings joy to my heart. You know, the salmon does it obviously because it's an inbred thing to move back up river, but you know, we want to use that in our inner wisdom, inner knowing, to do the same for ourselves. And we've got Ascended Master, Saint Germain and Amethyst. So we've got that true spiritual connection. We've got that cleansing and clearing with the, you know, the violet flame there as well. So we can move through things and barriers, and we can just follow that sixth sense, that inner knowing, that part of us that is totally magical. So follow that, follow it upstream, you know. And the salmon is like going against the whole of the river, but its inner knowing is to do that, so go against some of the things that you know that you're just fearful about. I don't want to sing in public because my voice isn't good, you know, but I love singing. So, you know, do it. You know, when you hear someone out, you know, you're walking about and someone's whistling away, it brings joy, you know, because you feel the freedom of that person. They're expressing themselves in a joyous way, you know. So that connection. Oh, connection. Said it before. Turned the card over. So I think it is. It's connection to everything for me here. I think it's connection to others. It's connection to nature. It's connection to your higher self, your spiritual self, you know, the universe. It's full connection here. It's that deep connection that it resides within you, that connects you with everything without. So macrocosm, you know, microcosm, it's the whole thing. It's as below, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's all of that. It's just true connection. So let's get our rune and see what rune's gonna move us forward with that. Let's see what we got. I feel a bit Degas-y energy, but oh, that one. Oh, you know, perfect. We've got Manas. So, you know, connection to our sovereign self, our, you know, and mankind. If you take the rune as like the mankind, it's connection to all of ourselves, and we all are all connected. But I think it's more that inner connection with your sovereign self, you know, sitting on your throne, doing the things that bring you joy and peace to, you know, I mean, we do have to do things we don't enjoy. You know, that's part of life, and things that, you know, maybe at the moment you're stuck in a job that you're not quite happy with, but there's not a way of you you know, releasing yourself from that. But there's ways to release that work. Like my husband, he hates his job with a passion. It's not a great job. It's just something he does, you know, to pay the bills and whatever. But he goes fishing because fishing is his thing. You know, he connects in with nature. He's out in nature. You know, he sleeps under the stars. He's just, that's his thing, and that connects him, that restores him, that refreshes him, that brings absolute joy and peace to his heart and his soul, and that's it. So although he can't get out of the job part, he can still do things that raises his vibration, gives him joy and peace and stuff. And that's the thing, whatever's going on around you, no matter how hard, you know, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, to do something you love. You know, and it's fine. Get lost in a Netflix movie or something. If I did the other day, I was feeling so drained and tired, and I sat and watched Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. And oh, what a beautiful movie. I loved it. It was wonderful. So I sat and I just watched that, and I just chilled with a nice cup of tea, and it was lovely. It just filled my soul a little bit. I mean, I know a lot of people don't do telly and stuff like that, and that's absolutely fine, but just find the thing that gives you joy. You know, it might be cycling, it might be some sort of sport, it might be dancing, it might be singing, it might be just going for a lovely walk. You know, it might be sewing. You know, I mean, there's plenty of things in this world. I mean, goodness, we're so connected to the rest of the world, and there's so much stuff on social media, on YouTube, you know, you can Google anything. You know, there's millions of things that you can try. You know, not, our ancestors didn't have tons of things. I think that's half our problem. We've got way too many things. But you know, find some things that give you peace and joy, and don't necessarily stick to one thing unless that is your thing, to stick to one thing. You know, try different things, but let that inner child out. Let her or him express and enjoy themselves and release themselves from, you know, that locked up protection that, you know, is just coming from fear. Whew. Well, that was woo. Yeah, so that's our week. Very interesting week. It's my birthday tomorrow. So I can't remember. I think I'm 58. 58? Yeah, I think I'm 58. So yeah, so I'm got off to Glastonbury tomorrow to well, it'll be yeah, I'll probably post this today actually, instead of tomorrow morning, because I probably won't have time. So if you're watching it today, it'll be Saturday. But this is for Sunday, the 28th of July. For the week, and I've got a couple more. I want to do maybe a flip through of these because these are nice. Yeah, I like these. And I've got another set I might do a flip through from. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite a potent week, and the stuff that I'm putting together for me to study, which is sort of really going to be through like the winter months. I think that's the right time to do, like, well, it won't be winter, it'd be like late summer. I'm starting from now, so it'd be like late summer on type of thing. But there's a lot of shadow work I'm going to be doing and stuff like that, so there's a lot of deep work. It's quite a deep reading for us there, but it's a joyous reading. It's and it's saying be joyful. And did I not, did I, oh I just did it the other way around. Yeah, right, let's get these cards right. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you can take something from this, and if you come to this in, you know, a year's time or something, I'm sure there's something in there that you can take. It doesn't have to be because I did it for this week. I think we can look at these cards all the time. You know, we might do them for like a weekly reading. That's why it's good to like keep tarot journals and oracle journals and rune journals and things, and for your divination, because you can look back and quite often you can see lessons in there and things, but there might be then a layer that you're then ready to look at, something where you can maybe go deeper again. So it's always good to record your readings, because you'll be so surprised at how much that reading can constantly give you messages, because as we grow and evolve, we might go into the next layer, the next you know, shedding of the skin. It's funny because I've been sitting looking at a rune bag here, and it's got a lovely snake on. So I think it's a transformative week. It might just be in mind. You might just release some old thoughts that don't no longer serve you, or you know, oh, is that still hot? I didn't put that. Oh, I could have burnt my cloth. I didn't think about that. I normally put it on a little a little selenite thing. Naughty me. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So I love you lots, all of you, and hope you have a fabulous week. And yeah, just a joyous, lovely time. Take care. Love and blessings to you all. Bye.